great way to end the season to have like the arch villain, and to have an origin story as to what brought him to Gotham and why. Um, it's going to propel us hopefully into season 4, where his agenda, his frightening agenda, is made clear. But yeah, no, it was just something that we wanted to end the season. We did want it to be a surprise, but it's when they say those casting things, it's like it's gone. But yeah, it's learning what his connection to the Court of Owls was, and what stage the League of Shadows are in at this point. Yeah, it's very much this universe. Oh right, yeah, cool. TJ, yeah. Yeah, I mean, what we've done again, look, we love on this show going behind the origins and then going really slowly. So everything he's been wearing up until this point is like, if you look at the genesis of that character when he was working at GCPD to now, we've been like slowly dressing him differently, doing his hair differently, and Corey's been really good at finding his confidence and finding the wicked nature of himself, finding the violence, finding the determination and the drive. So it's not suddenly he's something else. He just calls himself by another name. It's his rebirthing. It's almost organic at this point.
You mentioned it a little bit in the panel about the process of bringing in villains. Can you talk a little bit more about that, about how you bring in the old ones and the new ones, and how you kind of finalize who you're going to bring into the series?
All right, yeah. No, I mean, more than anything else, our characters in the show, I mean, everybody needs an arc. Everybody needs a journey and a mission for that season. So if you think of a theme for each of our seasons, it's been driven by the fact that Jim Gordon needs to do this. You know, Bruce Wayne then needs to do this. And we start merging our characters. But organically out of that, again, what emerges is that in order to tell all those many stories, one big story needs to glue it together. And that's when we go, you know, would it be a great story to glue all this together? This season it was more Riddler than anything else, but also bringing Jerome back, and also Mad Hatter really found a way for us to find a way around the season. Season 4, it was a question of going back in time and picking up something that we began the origins of but then left, and also having Raz now is just kind of it's somebody that they can all connect with, somebody who can find a way to manipulate all of them together.
What can you tease about the finale for this season? Is it an action-packed? Is it a cliffhanger? What kind of...
The finale for the season is a two-parter. If Fox keep their word, which I'm sure they will, it's a two-parter which talks about the destruction of what the potential destruction of Gotham and why that brings Ra's into town. You know, and it's incredibly action-packed. First half more than the second half, but only because something that's put into play by the Court of Owls plays out. It affects the entire city. It affects some of our key characters. It's definitely one of the most nail-biting, edge of your seat kind of almost destroying lead character type endings that we've done.
John Stevens, he teased in an interview a few months ago that we might see Harley in the season finale, and Aaron teased something at the panel.
I think in the what we did with Jerome was we basically said, how can we create a city? All our job is to set Gotham up as a place where Batman will be needed one day, and therefore when we did Jerome, what we did was we were like, what if a character who took on that same anarchic kind of chaotic sense of chaos that Jerome did, that the Joker did, and sets a tone for Gotham. we're doing the same thing with Barbara, as in like, if we take her to the very edge of what that character, the sanity of that character, what would emerge afterwards? So that we're going to explore that also.
So maybe she is horror.
I can't say. I get in so much trouble if I say these things.
I think they're going to take you.
Oh, is that it?